It's time to enter the drone zone with me, James Drone, aka Pure Ambient Drone. So hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, and get ready to synth on.
Hey there, Synth Drones. It is episode number 109 of Midnight Synthesizer Talk with me, James Drone, the voice of synthesizers. Yeah. So, the Minilogue XD. That's what I want to talk about today. I have got a new friend here in town, if you will. And they have access to a lot of cool gear. And so we've been talking trades, and you know what? I got myself a Minilogue XD now. I already have the Prologue, so why would I want this slimmed down version of it? Because that's exactly what it is in many respects. Let me clarify. The Minilogue XD is basically a full-grown Prologue minus the polyphony. I have a Prologue 16 voice, and one of the things that I miss about it is that there is no sequencer. The Prologue itself, it just begs to be sequenced. It is a beautiful sounding synthesizer. I think it is one of the most beautifulest sounding synthesizers ever made. It is a gorgeous synth, and it's probably one of the synthesizers I have kept the longest because it has such a beautiful, gorgeous sound. I bought mine brand spanking new some time ago, and I have hung on to it up until now, and I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to get rid of the Prologue. So why would I go with the XD? So the XD takes up a very small footprint as opposed to the full-size Prologue, which isn't really that big in itself. But you know that I've been doing these jam sessions, and I have what I call my jam table, and I wanted to spice it up a little bit with some analog. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to go smaller and bigger at the same time. The Minilogue XD is extremely powerful. You get 4 voices, okay? And you have 3 oscillators. 2 of those are analog, and one of them is digital. You can really blend in some incredible sounds, but here's the thing, and that is it has this incredible motion sequencer. So you have 16 steps to work with, and that may sound limited, but when you're in a jam session and you want to play live, you can add motion to your sequences, and I've got to tell you, the motion sequencer is so easy to use, and it really opens up what this synthesizer can do. And once I got my hands on this and got to play and experience the XD for myself, I realized that had they had added this to the full-size Prologue, it would have been one of the very best synthesizers, in my opinion, ever made. And they didn't do it. It just goes to show you that sometimes synth companies don't always catch the boat. They sometimes miss the boat, okay? Now, maybe it was an intentional thing, but I honestly believe that even though the Prologue 16 sounds incredible, and there are already so many good things they packed inside of it, having added that motion sequencer, it really would have opened up that synthesizer to a whole new genre of users. With that said, the Minilogue XD is nothing to sneeze at, if you will. It is an absolute gem of a machine. You can get it sub $1,000 still. I know prices are going up as of the time of this video. Things are going out of control. It's retailing, I think, above $800 now. But I was able to trade something for the XD, and I was able to get it here in the studio, and I think it is an important addition to my setup. Now, why would I go for the XD if all it had was the motion sequencer? Well, I'm going to tell you that as a performance synth, this thing rocks it and knocks it out of the ballpark. And the footprint is small. There isn't a whole lot of thinking you have to do. The XD is really meant to be creative for sound design and to get you going into a groove very quickly. The Prologue is more of a studio / professional keyboard. The one that I mentioned earlier, is 16 voices. It's going to give you the polyphony that you need for long, drawn-out pads. And believe me, the Prologue, especially the 16 voice version, has some of the most beautifulest pads you could imagine that come out of it. It's just an amazing sounding synthesizer when you get into the pad territory. And so having the best of both worlds now, I've got to say that it's not overkill to get yourself both of these if you're into the Prologue / Minilogue sound. And that's something I want to stress. Sound-wise, they're capable of identical sounds. But with the motion sequencer in play, you can really twist some things up in real time. So you're not getting anything different per se, other than the motion sequencer and far less polyphony. So it's something to think about. But, and this is a big but, the Minilogue XD is capable of being polychained, so you can get yourself two of them, or perhaps a Minilogue XD keyboard, and you can add the Minilogue XD module, or should I say desktop, to each other, and you can polychain them, and you can get double the polyphony. Of course, that's going to cost you more money, but you're going to be able to have that sequencer with the polyphony of 8 voices to go along with it. So it's just something to think about. Well, that's my thoughts on the Minilogue XD. I would love to hear from all of you in the comments section. Until next time, hit that subscribe button, tap that bell, and above all, keep calm and synth on.
Wow.